It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Raiders and the Desperados, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Desperados of San Antonio.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from San Antonio.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Second down and a yard. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They hand this off to Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now here's Young. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. On the give, this is Harris. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Young to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
Well, after that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing now is Geno. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Smith. Open here, Adam Thielen. We got an injury here, and I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Throwing again is Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
He was defended by Jalen Petrie.
Here's Smith. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit some.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Desperados respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Here is 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a 1st down.
So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here is Young. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
A solid stiff arm. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Najee Harris
Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Now Geno.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Smith. He's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 17, and it also gives him the 1st down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now, San Antonio in possession. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. As they've got it as we resume action. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 30-yard line.
Now it's Smith. Man open, here's Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it in 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Back to throw, Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Now 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, Smith. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Smith on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 42. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Again, it's Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown! Jamal Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Desperados have cut it back within a score.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Tremont Smith.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. They've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
It's Young off play action.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Young on 1st down. Shoves him away, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Young now.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll toss to Harris. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Working his way in there that time, Melvin Ingram to make the stop. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This is Harris on the draw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. To throw, Young. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They run for it with Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple of plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Najee Harris on
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
On first down, it's Smith. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Now Geno on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Smith on first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both of
Take
these
it away,
offenses
Coach.
had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Now Bolden on the return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Johnson to return it.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A run here for J.D. McKissic.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
This is Connor running right, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Down inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Zappe's throw complete there to Johnson.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Raiders.
They will run it. It's McKissic.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Zappe off play action.
Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown Raiders.
B.C. Johnson,
28 yards.
and the Raiders are able to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Desperados 17.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8.
Up the middle, Murray. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a San Antonio first down.
On first down, Murray. And some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one caught by Beasley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts them in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mercedes Lewis from 3 yards out.
And the Desperados have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's McKissick. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs.
Zappi.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here's Zappe.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Zappe.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 23 yards the pickup there. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
That's good for a San Antonio 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Zappe looking to throw it on 1st down. A throw to the flat here from McKissick.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Now Zappi. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Zappi on third down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.